What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two Confrontational. We got NFL Week 3 coming up here, and we're going to kind of switch up the structure a little bit. We're just going to cover the upcoming week instead of reviewing all of last week, just because it's already happened. Everyone's probably already seen it, and it's over and done with. Nothing. I mean, everyone's already seen it. You can look up the highlight videos on YouTube if you want. So we're just going to go over Week 3 picks and then maybe touch on some of the key highlights of the following week. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. We got week 3 of the NFL regular season kicking off on Thursday night. We have the 1-1 Patriots versus the 1-1 Jets at New York Jets in East Rutherford, New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. You have the Patriots taking on the Jets. Both 1-1. New York has the Jets have a 6-point spread in this one. Going to be a close one, I think. Low scoring, but yeah, who do you got in this one?
I got the Jets just the way Aaron Rodgers is playing. Just the first week, he obviously coming off Achilles tear, maybe a little bit nervous. Threw one touchdown, had one good drive. They still lost, and then the second game, 2 touchdowns, played a little bit better, got the win against the Titans. And then obviously this week, I think they're going to win this game. I think he's going to maybe go for 3 touchdowns this week. Maybe over 200 passing yards. We'll see. But I got the Jets for sure. Patriots are good. Going to be a tough game for the Jets, but I think they pull it out.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a defensive battle, but I do hope that Aaron Rodgers and like Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall, they all start clicking. Breece Hall's been playing well. Garrett Wilson hasn't had much productivity. I mean, you had Allen Lazard. I think Allen Lazard went off for 2 touchdowns week 1.
He did, yeah.
So I think, yeah, so they had 2 touchdowns. I think Aaron Rodgers only had 1 passing touchdown last week. It was to Breece Hall. It was a beautiful ball and a fade.
I thought it was 2, but maybe
yeah. It was just one touchdown last week, because he has 3 total. But anyway, I think this one's going to be a close one. You said you have the Jets at home in this one?
Yep.
I like, if we're betting, I know we bet straight up, but if we bet against the spread, I would take the Patriots points here. It's at 6 right now. It was at 6.5 earlier in the week. And I bought an extra point. I had the Patriots plus 7.5 when I first placed my bet, but I still have the Patriots plus 6. I think the Patriots cover that. I think it's just going to be a field goal game in this one on a Thursday night. Pretty boring game, I think, but hopefully it's not. But yeah, that's to start off the week on Thursday. I got the Patriots covering the spread, and you got the Jets straight up. So let's move on here. We got the Sunday slate. This is the meat and potatoes of the week. You got the New York Giants, the 0-2 New York Giants with Daniel Jones heading to Cleveland to take on the 1-1 Cleveland Browns. Cleveland has a 6.5 point spread in this one. Browns are 1-1. Who do you like in this one?
So yeah, I'm gonna go straight up again. I'm probably go straight up for all these games, money line. But I'm gonna go Browns just the way their defense played last week. Looks pretty good. They kind of won the game for last week. Deshaun Watson still having some issues, but hopefully their defense, he can lean on his defense to help him win that game. And Giants aren't looking very well either. So I'm gonna go Browns at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns in the dog pound. The Deshaun didn't look half bad last week. I think he's getting a little bit more zip on the ball. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. I still think he's dealing with that shoulder issue, but I think he's coming back out of it. But yeah, no chance for the Giants. Daniel Jones and the Giants just look awful. I mean, they did score a touchdown. Malik Neighbors kind of had a good game yet last week. He had a touchdown in about 100 yards, but
and he also dropped a touchdown too.
He did. I don't know if it was a touchdown. It was for a first down.
Yeah,
it would have won him the game. It would have won him the game if he would have caught that. They would just kicked a field goal, ran out the time and kicked the field goal. So it was a huge catch that he dropped. But I mean, rookie, he's going to make that play 99 times out of 100. I bet you he makes that play for the rest of his life. So it was a great, kind of a boring, it was back and forth, field goals. The Washington Redskins ended up making 7 field goals during that game and ended up winning the game. So shout out Austin Siebert, whoever had him on the fantasy team. But I'm going Browns at home in this one. The thing, defense is going to win the Browns
for sure.
In that one. So,
and even if defense plays well and Deshaun Watson plays well, that's just an extra plus. I think if Deshaun Watson plays well, they're for sure going to win. If their defense wins, I think they have a good chance.
Yeah. And I don't think Giants win more than 5 games this year. It's looking tough for them. Same with the Panthers, but we'll talk about them here in a second. Moving on, another noon o'clock game. You got the Green Bay Packers 1-1. They got a big win last week with the backup quarterback in over the or at the Tennessee Titans, who are 0-2, but they don't look half bad. They're in a lot of close games. Tennessee Titans are, and the Tennessee Titans actually have a 1.5 point spread at home in this one. But yeah, who do you got in this one? I don't know who you're picking, but yeah, give me your insight.
Yeah, so obviously I'm gonna go Packers. My biggest thing is if we stick to our game plan. Obviously Josh Jacobs had 32 carries, 151 yards on the ground last week. Absolutely dominated. I mean, obviously the score said 16-10, but the Packers dominated that entire game. I got close at the end with that Hail Mary, but if you look at the whole thing, yeah, Packers dominated the Colts.
They controlled
Um,
the game
and
the
I
whole
think this is a
time.
big. I think you let Jordan Love sit one more week. I know he practiced today for the first time, which is a great sign. I mean, a week and a half or whatever, 2 weeks after his injury. No, but then Malik Willis returns to Tennessee, which is that's where he came from. So kind of a revenge game. Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers in Tennessee, and I don't understand. As you said, it's 2.5 spread
One
or
and
one
a
and a
half
half.
point right
Okay, so
now.
when I checked Adam this afternoon, it was 2.5, so it
Yeah.
went down a point.
Mhm.
Um, so I guess we'll see, but I'm gonna go Packers here, right here. Go back, go baby, go Pack, go.
Yeah, it's pretty much yeah, hell yeah, way to represent. But yeah, it's pretty much even game at in this one. One of the lowest spreads of the week. Um, but I like the Packers how they've been playing as a team. Yeah, they ran the ball. I think Tennessee comes out and loads the box though, just knowing that they're going to be doing that. So Malik Willis might have to throw the ball, get out of the pocket, scramble. He had a few scrambles against the Colts, which looked good.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, they controlled the whole game. If they play that way, I have a feeling they beat the Titans. But Calvin Ridley did have 2 touchdowns last week as well. So that I think the Tennessee Titans are starting to click. They got Tony Pollard running well. Tajay Spears is another backup, a good two-headed monster there. But this one's close. I'm going to go with the Packers on the road in this one. I think the Packers, just the win that they got last week, I think they're just going to keep that momentum traveling into week 3 with Malik Willis at the helm. So yeah, give me the Packers on the road in this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, moving on. You got another close spread. You have the Chicago Bears, 1-1 Bears. They got their first win last week. Or no, they lost last week. They got the first week
Hmm.
win one.
Week
But
one.
then they travel to the 0-2 Colts, who have had a couple close games, like you said, to the Packers. They had a Hail Mary attempt. But yeah, 0-2 Colts. Colts do have a 1 point spread in this one, so a half point lower than the Packers Titans. But yeah, Bears at Indianapolis. Who do you got?
Yeah, this was a tough one for me just because I think it's about two similar teams, but I do like the Colts. I don't know why the Colts took out JT at the end of the fourth against the Packers. If he plays the entire game, Anthony Richardson looks pretty good. Had a few sloppy interceptions. By the way, Packers look good. Five INTs last year, or the first 2 games last year. We only had 7 in entirety, so defense is looking really good. But no, I'm going to go Colts at home. I don't trust Caleb Williams. I think he's just still young, running around making silly decisions in the pocket, getting sacked for loss of yards. Yeah, and no rookie quarterback has thrown a touchdown yet. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go Colts at home. I think this is gonna be a pretty big win for them.
Yeah,
Not
I
by
got
points, just a big win that they need.
yeah, they do need a W on the board. They would hate to go 0-3. Any team would hate to go 0-3, but Bears, I think their defense is what's going to keep them close in this game. Their offense hasn't been moving the ball. Like you said, Caleb Williams hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. And I think his total stats for the season, if I just go to it here quick, I don't even know. Total passing yards for Caleb Williams, 267 yards. So he hasn't
Yeah.
even cracked 300 and has 2 interceptions. So, I mean,
Hmm.
they got to find some chemistry. They got to start clicking. They got to get some passes completed on early downs. But I think the Colts, yeah, Anthony Richardson, you saw how much heart he had playing against the Packers. He wanted that win so bad, and he was showing it out on the field, putting his body in the line. Give me the
Hmm.
Colts. Give me the Colts and at home in this
Yeah.
one. They cover
And
the
just
spread too.
just touch on that one more time. Caleb Williams didn't throw a pick in the first game at all. He had like
Hmm.
98 yards passing,
Yeah.
and then throw a pick, 2 picks in the second game. I don't know if it's going downhill for him or what's
Well,
going
I mean,
on.
you were playing a different team. You had the Houston
Right.
Texans last week, which their
Hmm.
defense is pretty stout. They got a lot of good defense, and he was getting hit quite a few times. I think Houston Texans had like 5 or 6 sacks. So I mean,
Yeah,
gotta. I
that's
mean, you
true.
can't
That's
just
true.
blame it on Caleb Williams. I mean, all the blame always goes to the quarterback or the
Yeah,
head
as
coach. So I
expected.
mean,
It always
right.
should. I mean, they're the heads of the team.
Yeah, he's handling it professionally though, and I think yeah, the Bears they have potential. I mean, they have their um key players or like their flex players are a little older, and Devontae Swift and
Hmm.
Keenan Allen and all those. You have Roma Dunze, but he's hurt with an MCL like Jordan Love. But yeah, give me the Colts in this
Yep.
one. We won't go too much into it. Yeah, and then moving on to another noon o'clock game. The Minnesota Vikings have another home game against the Houston Texans. This one's going to be a tough one. 2-0 Texans, 2-0 Minnesota. Houston has a 2-point spread on the road in this one. Minnesota got a great dub last week against the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, they had Christian McCaffrey out, but our defense played really solid. Let up a few big plays down the middle to Deebo Samuel, but nothing into the end zone. Yeah, obviously they had a touchdown, but we played really well, really good defense.
Hmm.
Sam Darnold's looking good, clicking. JJ got hurt that game, so I mean, we'll see what happens. Got a quad contusion, so hopefully
Yep.
he's back. He said it wasn't serious, but and so hopefully he's back because we'll need him against the Texans. But this one's gonna be
Right.
a close one. Good thing we have home field advantage. We play good at home
Hmm.
this season so far against the 49ers, the only home game. But yeah, who do you got, Texans or Vikings in this one?
This is a tough one. Just like last week, I said the 49ers are going to roll over the Vikings, but look what happens. The Vikings win. Um, this is tough. I hope the Vikings can keep doing this. I hope Sam Darnold can keep doing this. Um, he's been playing very well the first two games. I think the Texans are a little bit better than them, just based on the last two games. I'm going to have to go Texans here, just because I just don't have. Yeah, these quarterbacks will have two good games and then start falling downhill or going downhill. Hopefully that's not the case for Sam Darnold and the Vikings, but I just don't think he can keep playing as good as he has been. But who knows? I'm gonna go Texans. In Minnesota, and I
Yeah, I
know
think
obviously you're gonna pick
yeah,
pick.
I think this one's gonna be closer, but like I said last week, put all the money on the Niners, Vikings will end up winning. So I want to put all
Yeah,
my money
right.
on the Texans and have the Vikings win. I don't really care. But no, I think this is gonna be they're really even teams, I think, when it comes down to it, offense, defense, and special teams. They're almost identical teams. So it's gonna come down to whoever has the ball last and
Hmm.
home field advantage helps. I think, yeah, give me the Vikings in this one. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings in this one.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I mean, I think it's gonna be tough. It's a tough pick no matter what. And I
yeah,
did see JJ practice today, just like Jordan Love, and he's on pace to play on Sunday. So
yeah,
if you
yeah,
have him,
and
that it makes it a totally different ball game too.
yeah, his wasn't as serious
No,
as Jordan Love's. I think he
just
just
a
got a knee to
bruise.
the leg. Yeah, quad contusion. Yeah, just a quad bruise. I think he just got a knee to the leg, kind of like a
Yeah.
Charlie horse. But Aaron Jones, ever since he's been on the team, the Vikings are averaging 5.6 yards per carry. That's third in the NFL, which is awesome to see. Our run game that just opens it up more for the pass game. So yeah, I like what Kevin O'Connell is doing there in Minnesota. Defense is clicking on all cylinders, so that's awesome to see for the
Hmm.
defense. Um,
Did did Aaron Jones? I didn't watch the Vikings game a whole ton. Did he score? Aaron Jones score last week?
no, he fumbled it right at the goal line.
Oh,
He
okay.
should have scored. We should. I mean, honestly, yeah, should have won 30 to
Kind of like
10.
Josh Jacobs this week. He
Yeah,
fumbled on
Josh
the goal
Jacobs,
line too.
yeah, did fumble on the goal line, but I mean, yeah, we should have won 30 to 10, kind of
Yeah.
something like that. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad we still got the dub. We were in control the whole game, so it's just awesome to see the Vikings clicking like that. So,
Yeah.
um, so yeah, I'm
And I
excited to
wish
see
nothing
it.
but yeah, we can get to the next game. I wish nothing but the best for Sam Darnold. It's kind of cool to see those guys come from backup and then go into ball out as a starting
Yeah,
quarterback.
runner up for, I mean, not runner up, but in contention for comeback player of the year. So that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
But yeah, I had the Vikings, you had the Texans. So moving on here, we got the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 1-1, tough loss last week. And then facing the 2-0 Saints, who are on a roll, have the most points scored in the NFL. I think they're 15 for 15 on their last 15 drives of scoring. They either kicked a
Yeah.
field goal or have scored a touchdown. Um,
91 points or something, 94 points or something like
yeah,
that put up.
pretty insane. Derek Carr's playing decent. I mean, he's throwing touchdowns and he looks pumped up. He did a little nut grab and little Michael Jackson or
Michael Jackson,
Elvis
yeah.
in the end zone. So I mean, yeah, they're having fun. They're playing well, playing fast. Alvin Kamara scored 4 touchdowns last week. And Eagles kind of, yeah, not too bright on their end. They end up having a comeback against the Falcons, or the Falcons came back against the
Mm-hmm.
Eagles on Monday night, and ended up getting the
Well,
W
Kirko.
against. Yeah, Kirko had a hell of a drive at the end of the game to seal that one. But yeah, Eagles after that loss are 1-1. Yeah, who do you got in this one? Eagles traveling to New Orleans. New
Oh
Orleans has
man,
a 2.5 point spread.
gonna be a good game. This is gonna be a really good game. Um, if the Eagles can stop Alvin Kamara, he had 4 TDs last week, and vice versa. If the Saints can stop Saquon Barkley, it's gonna be a big running game, I think, and then they'll go through the air. Obviously, what's AJ Brown's not gonna be playing. He's gonna be out for a few weeks. So that's a big thing. I'm gonna have to go Saints here. Um, oh man, that's tough. I'm gonna go Saints. I'm gonna go Saints at home, just the way their offense has been playing. Alvin Kamara, lights out. I mean, he had 6 touchdowns on the season or 5 touchdowns on the season. Yeah, I'm gonna go Saints at home. It's gonna be a tough one, but I'm gonna stick with my gut and go Saints at home.
Yeah, this one is gonna be tough. I didn't bet on this one or put any money down on this one. It's too close to call. The way
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans was playing, especially on the against, yeah, first week they played the Panthers, put up 47. Yeah, they played the Panthers, but then they did it against the Cowboys too. Um, yeah, this one is tough. I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia on the road. I think yeah, Jalen Hurts is gonna come out have a bad taste. And I think Devontae Smith is gonna have a good game. I think he scores a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley's been a dog. Didn't have much of an outing last week, but still, yeah, I think against the Saints, I think he goes off. I think it's gonna be a good game. But yeah, give me the Eagles on the road in this one. I'm gonna take the
Okay.
Eagles. Yeah. And then moving on to another noon o'clock game, you have the Los Angeles Chargers, who are on a roll as well. They're 2-0, heading to the 2-0 Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has a 1.5 point spread. Justin Fields 2-0 with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Justin Herbert 2-0 with the Chargers, and J.K. Dobbins is looking good. He has
Looking very
about
good.
300 yards on the season, so averaging about 10 yards a carry. So pretty impressive for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you got in this one? Chargers at Steelers, 1.5 point spread for
This is
Pittsburgh.
this is another tough one. I think. I just think the Steelers' defense is really good, especially the way TJ's been playing.
For sure.
Uh, I'm gonna go Chargers in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I'm going Chargers in Pittsburgh. I think that J.K. Dobbins is gonna ball out. I think that we get the receivers involved. And I just like the head coach, Harbaugh. I think he's just got that good mentality. If they're down, he can talk to his players. I mean, did you see that one where he's smacking the quarterback on the shoulder pads and just kind of hyping him up?
yep,
Um,
he did it both weeks. Yeah.
yeah, so I think I'm gonna go Chargers. Yeah, I wanted to pick the Steelers because I do like their defense and I like T.J. Watt. I'm in Hightower, but or Highsmith. I can't remember. I think it's Highsmith or Hightower, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers on the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers on the road as well. They just been looking. They look really well. Quentin Johnson came alive last week and scores 2 touchdowns, and he only had 2 touchdowns all year last year. Um, yeah, Pittsburgh. I just don't trust their offense. Yeah, Justin Fields is 2-0, but they haven't been putting up any points. They've been kicking field goals all week or last 2 weeks. So, um, yeah, give me the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins says he loves playing in Pittsburgh. Um, I think it's going to be a little rainy there, so they're going to be running the ball. So yeah, give me J.K. over his rushing yards, and then yeah, give me the Chargers on the road in this one. It's going to be a close one, defensive battle, but I think Nick
Yeah,
Bosa is out.
he
He's
might be. I didn't see anything on him,
I think Nick Bosa is questionable. I think yeah,
but
he's questionable, but he
as long as
does.
yeah, as long as JK can keep rolling, I think they're gonna have. This could be one of the Chargers' best years in the past, 3 or 4, with that
Yeah,
running back, and then the way Herbert can move it out because he's got that, he can open it up. So, but yeah,
yeah, yeah. And Harbaugh does have some funny ass interviews too after the game,
hmm
and yeah, it's pretty funny. So
right,
I like his coaching mentality, and yeah, just kind of relaxed, cool, calm, collected, and then when he needs to pump somebody up, he yeah
hmm
throw some haymakers at Justin Herbert. So yeah, moving on to another noon o'clock game. You got the Denver Broncos 0-2. Not looking too bright for Bona. He got hit. Yeah, he's getting hit all left and right. But then yeah, you got facing them traveling down to Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield, who's having a hell of a start to his season. Tampa Bay has a 6.5-point spread in this one. 0-2 Broncos, 2-0 Buccaneers in Tampa Bay, 6.5-point spread. Tampa Bay. Who do you got?
No question, Buccaneers. This is going to be I think I put them as one of my teams to watch on our first week 1 podcast this year. Buccaneers are so good. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Chris Godwin had a phenomenal game last week. I'm gonna go Buccaneers, and they're gonna move to 3-0 for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Buccaneers as well. They do have a good pass defense, but I think Baker Mayfield, too many weapons on the Buccaneers. You got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Rachaad White. Just too many weapons on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the Broncos defense to cover. Give me the Tampa Bay at home on this one. I like Baker Mayfield and the way he's been playing. We need to get what's his face going, Rachaad White though. Bucky Irvin's been playing well. I think they're going to be splitting time, but we need to get Rachaad
It's a great
White
name.
a little healthy. Bucky Irvin, right.
Mm-hmm.
Then moving on, these are the afternoon slate. You got the Carolina Panthers, who are 0-2 and looking terrible, facing the 1-1 Raiders, who got a big win last week over the Ravens, who Raiders came back and snuck one out on the Ravens. But Las Vegas does have a 5-point spread at home in this one. Panthers at Raiders, 5-point spread Raiders. Who do you got?
Yeah, so we also got to mention quarterback change. First round pick.
Oh yeah, true.
Gets benched. Yep. Andy Dalton is going to be the starting quarterback for the Panthers. The Red Rifle or Red Rocket, whatever you want to call him. I think it's Red Rifle. But I still think the Raiders get it done. I think the Raiders get it done. The whole offensive scheme of the Carolina Panthers is not good. I wouldn't put all the blame on what's his name? You just said it.
Andy Dalton, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. I wouldn't put all the blame on him. I think that the offense needs a lot of help and a lot of work. But I'm going to go Raiders at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take Raiders at home as well. And Red Rocket is the thing that dogs get when they get excited. Is the Red Rocket. So I wouldn't want to be called the Red Rocket. So hopefully it's the Red Rifle. But give me the Raiders. Raiders defense. Max Crosby is going to sack Andy Dalton probably 2 times. The Panthers O-line is awful. Raiders defensive line is tremendously good. And then I think Davante Adams he had a touchdown last week
he played pretty good last week
when it counted. Gardner Minshew, just got to find some chemistry between everyone on the team, and Raiders get it done though. Zamir White, I like Alexander Madison more, but Antonio Pierce said Zamir White's going to get a few more touches this week, so we'll see what happens. Moving on to another afternoon slate, you have the Miami Dolphins, who lost a big one to the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night last week, traveling to Seattle, who got a W in overtime against the Patriots. So 2-0 Seattle hosting the 1-1 Dolphins. Seattle has a 4-point spread in this one, and then Tua Tagovailoa out with concussion, placed on IR. Tough loss there. Who do you got in this one?
I'm going to go Seahawks. I just don't have a ton of faith in that. What's that quarterback that's starting for me?
Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson, yeah. I know they still have their weapons. I don't know. I might go.
They still got Tyreek.
They still have Devon Achane. They still have Tyreek.
Jalen Waddle. Yeah, they still got everybody.
It's just tough, man. And Seahawks don't look, great either, though.
They've been playing decent.
I think the weapons. I'm gonna switch mine. I'm gonna go Miami. I think the weapons are there. If they need to, they can run the ball just like the Packers did. I'm gonna go Dolphins on the road.
Yeah, Seattle's faced Broncos and Patriots. So not 2 top teams. And they went into
bottom teams.
Well, yeah.
Well, again, Patriots, you could say middle.
They're halfway decent, but Seattle is 2-0. Miami is 1-1. Backup quarterback. Kind of a lot going on down in Miami. In Seattle with the 13th fan. Give me Seattle. I'm gonna go Seattle at home. No injuries. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a great game last week. DK Metcalf had a great game. Tyler Lockett's still there. He had a good game week 1. Guy with the oblique injury, Kenneth Walker the third. He has, yeah, like I said, he has an oblique injury, but he should be back this week. So yeah, give me Seattle at home in this one. So yeah, give me Seattle.
Okay.
Yeah, another afternoon game. You have the Baltimore Ravens, who are actually 0-2, and they were one of the top power ranking teams to start the year. Traveling to Dallas to face the 1-1 Cowboys, who lost to the Saints pretty bad last week. Yeah, Baltimore has a 1 point spread on the road in this one. In Dallas, Lamar Jackson versus Dak Prescott. Who do you got?
This is a tough one, just the way the Cowboys played last week. Obviously got shit on by the Saints. I'm gonna say they're gonna bounce back. I'm gonna say they're gonna bounce back and beat the Ravens. I'm at home. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
Yeah, so the Saints snapped the Cowboys like insane home game win streak, like 19 game or 16, 17 game home win
Yeah,
streak
19 I think it was.
or something like that. It was
That was 19.
high teens, and the Saints snapped that. They're at home again this week. Hopefully they don't carry that game over to against the Ravens, because Ravens will take advantage of them. Fuck, this one's tough too. Dallas at home is
This
hard
one's
to bet
tough, yeah.
against. Dallas at home is tough to bet against. And then Ravens, I mean Lamar, he's gonna run for another 100 yards.
Yeah,
You
but
got
he
Derrick
has no. I mean,
Henry. You got Zay Flowers, who played well
Isaiah
last week.
Likely.
Isaiah Likely.
I
If
just don't know
Ravens
if
had more weapons,
Derrick
yeah.
Henry. They don't have a ton of weapons. They kind of rely on Lamar to do a lot of their stuff for them. That's why I don't have any. I don't know. They could go to 3-0 and everybody's gonna be shocked, but you can't be shocked when you look at the weapons, what Lamar type of quarterback he is. I don't know. Are you going Cowboys?
No, give me the Baltimore Ravens in this one. Give me the Ravens on the road.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think Lamar's gonna have a big game this week. He's 0-2. Had a couple close games, lost to Kansas City, lost last week, couple close games. Yeah, give me Baltimore in this one on the road. Another afternoon game. You have the 49ers, who just lost to the Vikings, traveling to the Los Angeles Rams, who are 0-2 and are down Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. Not looking good
Hmm.
for the Rams wide receiver core. But yeah, who do you got in this one?
Yeah, this was a tough one for me. But I'm gonna go 49ers here. They're beaten up, no receivers. Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp are out. Yeah, I'm gonna go Niners. On the road, they got to get a win here, especially that terrible loss to the Minnesota Vikings. Bet they're not very happy. CMC's obviously out, but I still think they get it done.
Yeah, I'm going to go 49ers on the road as well, just with those injuries. 49ers do have a 7 point spread. I don't know if they cover that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think 49ers do end up winning. Jordan Mason's been a good backup for Christian McCaffrey while he's out. So yeah,
Hmm.
give me the 49ers on the road. Another afternoon game, you have the Detroit Lions traveling to Arizona to play the Cardinals. This one's going to be a good one. Detroit has a 3 point spread on the road, both 1-1 teams. Who do you got?
This one's scary for me. I was looking at this one. I was like, oh, okay. Cardinals been playing really good.
Yep.
Detroit still. Oh man, I'm gonna go Detroit on the road.
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah, they do play well on the road. They tough loss last week to the Buccaneers. They didn't play great. But I'm gonna go Arizona. I'm gonna go Arizona at home on this
Yeah,
one.
they looked good last week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arizona at home. I always bet on Arizona at home, and they did me right
Hmm.
last week at home. So yeah, give me the Arizona Cardinals at home on this one. Yeah, moving on. You got the Sunday night game. You got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Atlanta Falcons. 2-0 Chiefs versus the 1-1 Falcons. Falcons just upset the Eagles last on Monday night. So yeah,
Yep.
who do you got in this one? Chiefs, Falcons. KC has a 3.5 point spread.
Oh man, I'm just eating my words from last week's podcast saying the Falcons are terrible. Talking about shit about
Yeah.
Kirk. He looked phenomenal. This is gonna be a way better Sunday night game than I thought. But Chiefs found a way to get it done last week. Running down, having Butker kick the field goal. They're gonna do it again. Exactly. I think they might be under that. I think it's by 3 probably. Who knows? Could be more. But I'm gonna go Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs on the road in this one too. Never bet against Patrick Mahomes, especially in a primetime game Sunday
Hmm.
night. Patrick Mahomes always seems to win in prime time. So yeah, give me the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in this one. Not much to talk about in this one, except for the Falcons did upset the Eagles. That's about it. Um, Yeah, moving on. You got the Jaguars, Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Buffalo. This is a Monday night game. We got a doubleheader on Monday night. First game is Jacksonville Jaguars and Buffalo Bills. Buffalo has a 5-point spread at home. Jaguars are 0-2. Buffalo's 2-0. Who do you got?
I got Buffalo. Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence looks terrible, but he might play good after I say that. But no, I'm gonna go Buffalo at home. Buffalo's usually in the later months are hard to play because it's cold there, but I'm gonna go Bills at home.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 65, so it is going to be a little chilly there in Buffalo. James Cook goes off for 3 touchdowns last week. Had a hell of
Let
a
James
performance in the
cook.
yeah, had a hell of a performance in the first half. Jacksonville not playing the best football, but they always seem to ramp it up mid-season. But yeah, give me Buffalo Bills at home in this one. Josh Allen's been playing well. James Cook has been playing well. Their wide receivers, Khalif Raymond's been playing well. Not Khalif Raymond, Khalil Shakir or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. So yeah, give me Buffalo at home in this one. Yeah, moving on to the second Monday night game, you have the Washington Commanders, who Jaden Daniels got his first win last week by 3 points over the Giants, facing the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals. But the Cincinnati Bengals looked really good last week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hmm.
Barely lost. Some people say it was rigged for the Kansas City Chiefs with that pass interference call and the hands to
Right.
the face. There's a lot of different things going on, but it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Everyone loves to hate on the Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah, they
uh,
do.
but yeah, Cincinnati against the Washington Commanders. Who do you got in this one?
I got Cincinnati.
Yeah,
I
Cincinnati.
start
Just
0-2, start 0-2. Big bounce back game for them and Joe Burrow. Commanders looking decent, but no, I'm gonna go Bengals at home. This is a big game for them. They lost their first home game. At the first game at home. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals here,
yeah, I'm
and
gonna go.
I think they cover that 7.5. To be honest.
Yeah, could. I mean, yeah, Washington is not looking great. I mean, their offense gets down in the red zone, but can't seem to score. Austin Siebert hit like 5 25-yard field goals underneath the regular extra point. So when they're getting in the red zone, they're moving the ball, but the Bengals defense looked pretty good last week against the Chiefs. And their offense looked just as good even without T. Higgins. So yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals at home in this one as well. Um, I don't know if they cover they might just go off because they might get T. Higgins back. They have Jamar Chase. Mike Gesicki played well last week for them. Yeah, give me the Bengals at home in this one. They get their first
Hmm.
dub of the year. So yeah, that wraps it up for week 3 slate. We got our picks in. We got all that good stuff. So let's just hop in. Let's just create a bet for the folks, Evan. Let's give them your 3 picks of the week, your locks of the week, 3 games who you have the winner, locks of the week, and then 3 players who you think is going to score 1 touchdown. If you want to go passing touchdown, you can, but probably put it at above 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Okay.
But anything else, you can go like rushing or receiving touchdown or anything like that above 0.5. So whoever's going to have 1 touchdown this week, you name it. 3 people who are going to win, 3 teams are going to win, players are going to score TD.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys at home. That's a lock. I'm gonna go Packers on the road, lock. Then I am gonna go. Let's keep it tight here. Let's keep it tight here. I'm gonna go Saints at home, lock. Those are pretty close spreads, so be careful on that because I just wanted to keep it close. If you hit these three, you're getting a lot of money. I think.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you
it's not
have,
underdogs, but
yeah,
oh, it is. Well, Cowboys are underdogs, and so are the Packers. So two of the underdogs. So
yeah. So
that
you
might
got
change on Sunday, though.
Yeah, you got Cowboys beating the Ravens. You
Yep.
got the
Packers beating the
Packers beating
Titans
the
on the road,
Titans. And then who is your third one?
and Saints at home versus the Eagles.
Saints beating the Eagles. Okay, perfect.
You don't have to take these. These are just
No,
something you could bet.
yeah, 100%. We're just gonna throw our three locks out there and see if they land. I'm gonna go Indianapolis Colts over the Chicago Bears. Indianapolis Colts at home for a lock. I am going to go LA Chargers on the road as a lock. And then I am going to go Kansas City Chiefs over the Falcons as a lock. I'm
There
going to
you
stay
go.
away from the Monday night games.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go Cincy as a lock too, but those are going to be my 3 locks. I have the Indianapolis Colts over the Bears as a lock. I have the Chargers over the Steelers as a lock. And then I have the Chiefs over the Falcons as a lock on Sunday night. So there's 6 games that you could throw into a parlay if you wanted to. Use 3, use 2, use 4. You can mix and match whatever you want. But
Yep.
let's give him three players who are going to score a touchdown this week. Who you got for
Yeah,
three
I'm gonna go.
players?
So I'm going all running backs here. I'm gonna go Josh Jacobs touchdown. I'm gonna go. Who else was I gonna do? Josh Jacobs, Devon Achan, and then I was deciding on between Saquon Barkley and Alvin Kamara. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Alvin Kamara. So Achan, Jacobs, and Kamara touchdown rushing.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna throw a running back in there. I got J.K. Dobbins scoring a touchdown against the Steelers, and then as a wide receiver, I have who was it for my wideout? I have Devontae Smith scoring a touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles, and then give me. I was gonna take Josh Jacobs, but give me Aaron Jones scoring a touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings, or
Oh yeah,
Nico Collins scoring a touchdown against the Vikings. So
there you go. So
Nico,
we each said
Aaron
four.
Jones. Yep.
So you take whatever if you want to take three of them or two of them or whatever you want out of those four, and then obviously the teams take two or three out of the six. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like the new structure. It's going to be a lot shorter,
Mhm.
so you guys can kind of you don't have to watch the review, and because you already guys know what happened. So hopefully you guys like the shorter version of the pod, and we're gonna keep it like this unless we hear otherwise. But I think this is gonna be a lot quicker. You get your picks in, get your bets in, stuff like that. So do what you will with the information that we provided you guys, and yeah, week 3 been an awesome last 2 weeks of football. I've won a few bets. Not anything crazy, but I'm hoping week 3 changes it around. Third time's a charm is what they say. So,
Yeah, what was your record quick last week? What'd you go last week? I went
oh,
eight and eight.
I didn't tally them up. I got busy
I
with
think you
stuff,
probably
so.
I think you maybe went
Well,
10 and 6. I went 8 and 8, but not a great week. I'm overall 19 and 13. Not a hot start for your boy here. So
Yeah, last week was tough. First week I went 13 and 3, but I can't. I'll tally them up and we'll get them
all right,
next week. So,
sounds good.
alrighty. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Two Computational. Until next week, peace.
Peace.